Welcome to BioClass. Today, today's topic, biotechnology and its application, chapter 12. Biotechnology, as we know, that it is the most advanced subject at present, and its applications also in the various fields that we count, and the most basic need of human being. If we see from the food is the basic need of the human, the health, and all different part that biotechnology and its application is there. If we see this one, that the different field here, you can able to understand that look at here. This is the medical part, the vaccines, the different type of diagnostic part, the medicine, agricultural part, that is the how we can make that the GMO, and other, the environmental biology, how we can the clean in the environment with the method of the biotechnology, the forensic biotechnology, industrial, that biofuel. So various fields it is there, and it is going to be successful. So here in this small chapter, that some restricted part is that from that we will know the different areas of it. Okay. Not only that the food and the medicine and the other, you know that in biotechnology we are entering inside the different other areas. I mean bioremediation, nanotechnology, that bioinformatics, biologics, biomimets, and so many biosensors, so many different type areas. But here at first we have to focus on the food, which is the most important for the human. The first here, green revolution also the beneficial for us, and here for the human population, which is increasing, that the food also we have to increase. But when we are increasing the food, we are using more pesticides, more fertilizer, and which it comes reverse to us, the pollution. So how we can overcome this method? Only biotechnology can give this. So here you can see that the genetically modified organisms, GMO, that here if we see this areas carefully. So made crops more tolerant to abiotic stress. Abiotic stress, it means that it's cold, drought, salt, all these things. You know that one name I can remember, that submerged in rice. That means inside water also that rice, that plant can survive, because they are having some gene of the aquatic plant. So aquatic plant gene can be implanted like that. The cold or salt, heat, all this, it can be done. Chemical pesticides, that will be discussed in detail. That is there, the BT cotton next. The post harvest loss. You know that several that area of the agriculture, like from rice, wheat, to the vegetable, fruits, we are losing after harvest. The banana we cannot store for the long days. Different fruits, tomatoes, we cannot store. It is due to some enzymes which are responsible. If we take it out, that enzyme, then we can keep it for long time, 6 months, 1 year, like that. So that we can overcome in these situations. And when if we can anti-pesticides, I mean, mm, way we can do that, so that the fertility of the soil will increase. Hmm. And here we can increase the value. Suppose vitamin A in golden rice. Golden rice, that name you can take. PSY, CRT1, these two genes are implanted, so that it is having that beta carotene, provitamin A. It means that vitamin that golden rice, if anyone will take, they'll get that the carbohydrate which is there in the rice, and with that vitamin A which is normally not there in the rice, but it is implanted here. So in that way we can increase all this efficiency of the different I mean food materials. The first we have to take that in so in your syllabus, that pest resistance crop, how we can make, that is the BT cotton, Bacillus thuringiensis. That is the next. Before going to BT cotton, let's see here some GMO. The golden rice that we are talking about, that it contains the vitamin A, beta carotene which is added, so that it's something extra which is required. And vitamin A deficiency is there in Indian people. Here is a flabside tomatoes. In that tomato, the polygalacturonidase, the enzyme is taken out, so that it will not spoil, and it will spoil very slowly. It means this tomato you can keep in 6 months normal. BT cotton, here it means that it will be not infested by the insect. If insect will try to infect, then insect will die, because some toxin is inside for them. Here is a growth hormone which is included in the fish, so that the fish can grow. Here are some animals which is we can make it ornamental type, which can glow. The fluorescent protein can be added. Okay, so all these are in the different field that Now next is BT cotton, Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, BT cotton. BT stand for Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis. It is a gram-positive soil-dwelling one bacterium, which produce one protein that kills certain insect like bollworm, and which are the pest. So let's know its principle of it, how it can be done. Now, look at here. Bacillus thuringiensis. This is the soil bacteria. Bacillus thuringiensis, it is a gram-positive soil-dwelling bacteria which can kill a certain insect. Okay, certain insect. It means that this toxin will kill certain insect. This insect is pest for us. So if we want to kill this insect, we have to apply this bacteria. How we can apply it? How we can apply in biotechnologically? That is the question. Now, here what we will do in this? Let's see. Now, here certain gene is there. Certain gene is there inside that bacterium. These are known as the crystal gene. Crystal 1AC, crystal 2AB, crystal 1AB. These three different type of crystal gene is which makes the crystal protein. This protein, it is toxic to the insect. Now, one thing you have to remember this area. C, if C is small, then it is gene, and C is capital, then it is protein. If cry, this name is two places are there. Cry gene, cry protein. So this cry, it is written. This is the style of writing. The in small and the capital. So this will be the protoxin to the protoxin, okay, to the bacillus. But when this gene, it is tagged to the cotton plant. In agrobacterium method, this gene which is collected from the bacteria, we are tagged in, I think you can understand in the tDNA how we can tag it in the previous chapter. So this gene that cotton plant will carry, and when the cotton plant, all the other protein will produce, at the same time they will produce the crystal protein also. Okay, so next part we can see this one. So when see that this is the cotton ball worm, this is a cartoon of it. When they will take that, the plant juice, if ever they will take that one, the plant juice, then this protoxin also entered inside their gut. So what will happen there? Here the alkaline pH of the gut, this toxic cryprotein, it converts into the toxic cryprotein, which is delta endotoxin, which is almost equivalent to this type of toxins which normally used. And here it insert into the insect gut membrane, and it makes the pore over, and ultimately the bollworm, I mean the insect paste, will die. So from this discussion, I think you can understand that here the gene which we are including, this gene which is from the Bacillus thuringiensis, to the cotton plant. In the cotton plant, if we do that, cotton is not edible for us. If edible, then also it will not create any problem. So it is not so toxic to us, but it is toxic to the insect. And here how we are doing that, we are making it one different species which will carry this type of gene in generation after generation, so that this BT cotton will be saved from the insect forever, without any kind of pesticides. So this is the advantage in biotechnology, that when we are applying this gene to the plant, so the next generation also will carry that same gene, and it will create that the crystal protein, and which can create the problem and delta endotoxin, and create the problem the insect, and insect will die. So it will be saved from the insect, and we will get that 100% of a result, I mean the production of the cotton. Okay, so that is about the BT cotton. You have to prepare in this way, that take help from this diagrams and from your book. Thank you.